Say it one more again. November 4th, 2019, regular city council meeting is called to order. Everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will everyone please remain standing? We'd like to ask Pastor Brooks to please come and give us a prayer.
Let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Father God, we are reminded of the scripture that lets us know that except the Lord keep the city, the watchman wakes in vain. And Lord, we invite you into this meeting tonight, inviting your divine presence and your divine wisdom to guide these your leaders in the affairs of the city. We pray, Lord God, that you would mark our paths with success, touch every citizen and every person that is involved in making sure that things flow smoothly. And we thank you, Lord God, for letting your spirit rest on this great city. All these blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Pastor Brooks, blue is popping there. Roll call.
Mayor Nolan,
Present.
Councilwoman Wiley, Councilman Oden,
Present.
Councilwoman Mitchell, Councilwoman Howard, Mayor Pro Tem Williams,
Present.
and Councilman Chisholm.
President.
We have 7 present tonight, and we do have a quorum.
All right. Great. Everyone had a chance to look over the agenda. I know we added a couple things. Item C, D, and E. C is going to be transfer of block grants for money for 2017. D is going to be transfer of block grant monies for 2018. And E is going to be PEG funds equipment. Any additions, anything else we need to add, or we need to take anything off? Do we have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the agenda.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes. So real quick, before we start our normal agenda, we're gonna read off some additional information on the lead water situation, even though I hate to call it that. We just wanna let people know what we did in response to the failed test over the last couple weeks, and then what we're gonna do going forward to make sure everybody who wants a water filter receives one. City of Inkster received notice of the failings, received a letter from the state of Michigan on October 22nd, notifying the city about the action level exceedance for lead and copper. The city issued a public advisory regarding the lead and copper sampling on October 23rd, 2019. The city, in conjunction with Wayne County, issued a press release on October 25th, 2019, announcing the dates for the distribution of water filters. Wayne County, in conjunction with the city, distributed water filters to eligible residents Monday, October 28th through Wednesday, October 30th at the Recreation Center from 2 to 6 p.m. These filters were available from the hours of 2 to 6, okay. During the 3 days, approximately 3,500 filters were distributed to Inkster residents. The city will be continuing to distribute filters this week, beginning Wednesday, November 5th, at the Office of Department of Public Services. So starting this Wednesday, you can go in anytime. I'm sorry, the Wednesday is the 6th. We messed that up. 5th is tomorrow. So starting Wednesday, you can go to DPS anytime during their normal business hours. For those who are not available during the day, on Thursday, we're going to be open from 4 to 8 p.m. Okay, from Thursday, we're going to be open 8 to 8 p.m.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. So people who work during the day and can't get there, they need to get their filter on Thursday. And we're also going to be open Saturday this week from 10 to 2. Okay. Do we have some flyers? We're going to print out some flyers so you can take one with you, so you can please let people know, because some people still don't know about it. We're getting phone calls every day, people saying we didn't know. The notice will say, beginning this week, City of Inkster will be resuming distribution of water filters to city residents. Filters will be available at Department of Public Services offices located at 26900 Princeton Street in Michigan. Inkster, Michigan. Water filters will be available on the following days and times: Wednesday, November 6th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thursday, November 7th, extended even hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and next Tuesday, November 12th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we'll be open each day after that until the filters are all gone. So if people want to filter, make sure they get the information so they can come get one. We're delivering filters to Inkster Housing. We already have that scheduled. Thompson Towers, a lot of the places where people don't have a lot of transportation, we're taking the filters to them. So we're trying to meet everybody's needs, but if someone, if you know someone who needs it, falls through the cracks, just give us a call. We'll make sure they get one.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm getting calls from my constituents. When will the housing filters be distributed? Have they set a date?
Working on the logistics of that now because that's a very large order that has to be filled. You're talking about approximately 735 filters. Right.
And then housing, there's some issue. The housing wants to actually put the filters on because it's their property. So, it's always bureaucracy and stuff, even though I think you can just screw them on, but,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
can we also include it in the water bills for those who still may not
Oh, sure.
get the message?
Oh, yeah.
And in that way,
We definitely do that.
okay,
We definitely do that.
okay.
We, the county gave us a number of filters. We've already spent over $10,000 on buying filters ourselves to make sure everyone has access to one. We went over and beyond any other city. Other cities only gave filters to people with children, and people with women who are pregnant, because they didn't want to spend any money on buying filters. I just knew people would be panicked when they hear information like lead in the water, so we wanted to make sure everybody felt that they were drinking safe water, so we wanted to make them available to everybody. So,
Mr. Mayor, I have a question.
Yeah.
With regards to the notice that's being sent out in the flyer, just based off of I don't know how you want to call it, but the misperception on social media with persons saying that they got to the rec center and they were disqualified to filter, and that was false. And because everybody in Inkster was qualified to receive the filter, can we just, I guess, ensure that that language is on there just because?
yeah, I mean, we just want to make sure everybody gets a filter. Now, some people are going to take advantage of the system. You know how that goes. If 3 or 4 people from one house will get a filter and go give it to somebody else, But most importantly, we want to make sure we want everybody to feel like they're drinking clean water. So we can't protect against everything, but we want to do what we're supposed to do as the government entity. Deacon Rose?
Yes, that flyer that you just read that information off of, are you gonna have copies of that flyer here tonight?
Yes, sir, we're going to make it so you can grab it before you leave here tonight. We're good. Kaylee?
Mr. Mayor, one more thing. I got some calls too regarding what's the next step, and I told them, I said, you guys will let us know the next step. But the first step was to make sure everybody got water filters.
Yeah, I mean, the short of it is we're required to test 70 homes by 60 homes by the end of January. We already have a growing list of people who want to get their houses tested. We told folks, anybody's house was built before 1950, send us your address so we can test it. Understand that's what we tested before. We tested 30 houses. They were born before 1950. Only 4 of them failed, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And we're going to have to replace the lead copper service lines. Once we test and figure out how many, we think we have about 400, but it could be a little bit more. We're going to set up a plan to replace those. It's going to be very expensive. So it's not all going to happen at once.
Right.
And this is major. We got to dig up your front yard and take out your service line and put in a
All
new
the way
one.
to your house.
All the way to the house. So it's major, but it's something we have to do under state law, and it's something we want to do to make sure everybody's safe.
The council,
Yeah, we all out of order.
You said about the water bill. Won't the water bill be too late to have that in there to let the residents know?
Well, some people still may not know. See, we only put it out over social media. Some people are not on social media.
I know, I'm just saying, don't you water bill count like at the middle?
We might as well, it won't hurt us because we sending that bill out anyway.
we're gonna be passing out filters till we run out.
Until we run out. We're gonna pass out until we have no more filters. So if 5 people get it on their water bill and realize they can come get one, that's fine. We haven't lost anything,
And Mr. Mayor, if you don't mind, to your question, Councilwoman Howard, there is the next step in this process is a 60-day notification that will be coming forth from the city. And I will be on a conference call Wednesday with the state to get that information, which will be further educating the people in the city of Inkster about lead and copper. And the next step, like the mayor said, we got to replace, probably for the next 20 years, 7% of our lead each year. Lead lines. So that information will be coming forward. It's just everything's in a time constrained manner with Eagle. And that's what we're working with now. All right, and like I said, we will keep people posted. So once I get the information, I disseminate it, we'll keep you informed.
And we're trying to strategize it to do it efficiently as we tear up some of these streets like John Daly and stuff. When we're down there, we might as well replace the lines if there are any lines over there. So we're gonna try to attack it as smart as we can, but it's gonna be very expensive. So it's something we have to do. We don't have a choice. All right. Okay, we'll move on the agenda. We have a couple public hearings.
A public hearing for Wayne County 2017 Community Development Block Grant, funds to be transferred from housing rehab to demolition in the amount of $36,000.
We have a motion to open the public hearing.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, great. It passes. Everybody, this is the public hearing. It's your time to come and speak to this particular item. You can ask a question, you can make a comment, you can sing, dance, whatever you like to do.
Let's not get carried away.
No, too much? Anybody want to speak on this item, item A, under public hearing? Going once. Going
Well, I got a question.
Sure.
Okay. See, we're moving money from house rehab. Will there be any money for emergency purposes that's left in rehab?
No.
No?
But every year we do have money in rehab. So these are past years. So in the year now, we're in now, we do have money set aside for rehab.
Okay.
So it's not eliminating it. So that person applying would be applying for this year anyway.
There are some people who don't know what the rehab money is for.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There are some people who are not sure what the rehab money is for, and some people apply for it, and I know there's a lot of paperwork. In past years, there's been people who use the rehab money, and I think we're still going through letting them know they don't have to pay that money back because they had for so long. But I have come across some people who had, like there was a tree that fell down, knocked a hole in the roof, they get kids in the house, and I brought it to the deputy chief at that time, and I noticed that nothing has been done yet. So
They didn't have insurance on the house?
no.
Okay, usually that's something insurance would take care of, but, we have an emergency situation, we'll deal with it, I guess, It hasn't been brought to me yet. I haven't heard of that yet.
I'll look into it now.
And maybe we can do a little presentation at a future council meeting as to that, rehab money and explain what the requirements are and what it can be used for, so people will know.
Clappers don't know what it can use it for.
And then we can put it on the community access channel too, and the website. That's a good suggestion. Anybody else? Do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Support.
Been properly moved to support, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Item B is a public hearing for Wayne County 2018 Community Development Block Grant, funds to be transferred from housing rehab to demolition in the amount of $40,000.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes. Anybody have a comment on this item? Don't all come at once. Come on up. Come on. You gotta come on up.
Is this like the last item that is money that hadn't been used for last year?
Yes.
So this is money that we try to give out first, and then it's money that's not claimed or unused?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Mayor, I got a question. So we didn't have, we didn't have anyone who made a request for the money that's been sitting there for a while at all?
Nobody who met the requirements.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's just leftover money. It kind of happens every year. We've been doing this for a while.
But it's just coming forward.
It's a lot of paperwork. All right, anybody else? Okay, Okay, we have a motion to close public hearing.
Motion to close public hearing. Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. Consent agenda.
Make a motion to accept the consent agenda as is.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. Boards and commissions. I'd like to nominate Lyndon Johnson for the Planning Commission. We already have his information on file. I can't make the motion. Somebody make the motion.
I move that we appoint Lyndon Johnson to the planning commission.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. I'm sorry, Lyndon Jones, not Johnson. Lyndon Jones. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes. We had some other ones you said? Go ahead, Steve.
That's what I was about to say. Last week I had nominated someone. I thought it was close enough. Last council meeting, I nominated someone, but now we all have her information on file as well as everyone else's. So I just wanted to know if everybody had an opportunity to review the information that the clerk sent out and if you're ready to vote on it.
I saw it.
Sonia Jennings and her sister, Rhonda Davis.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
DDA.
Is it Randa?
Yes.
It's Randa, right?
Randa, I'm sorry, pronunciation. Yes, it's for the downtown development.
Two said
Authority.
got separated.
Yep. Okay, so make a motion that we appoint Sonia Jennings to the Planning Commission. I'm sorry, the Downtown Development Authority.
Been properly moved.
Support.
Supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
And I make a motion that we appoint Randa Davis to the Downtown Development Authority.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes. Okay. We have any other nominations for boards and commissions? Okay, we'll move on. New business. Oh, I'm sorry. First reading.
Our first reading of text amendments, TA 19-23 to the city zoning ordinance pertaining to provisions for recreational, adult use marijuana facilities per the recommendation of the planning commission. For a list of the affected ordinance sections, please see the background information.
Everybody have a chance to look at that?
Yeah, but that's something to digest.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's just the first reading.
I know.
So we don't have to vote on anything. It's just the first reading. Next meeting, they can take it up after the second reading for the ordinance. Essentially what it is to include the recreational adult use language into our medical marijuana zoning ordinance. So we're basically adopting the same rules that we have for medical for adult recreational use. There's some different terminology that the state uses, so we have to actually include that new terminology in it and add it to the existing ordinance now. Just so the public knows, there'll be no additional dispensaries opening up. We've only issued 3 licenses. Dispensaries only have 2 currently still operating. So the people who got medical marijuana dispensaries will be the only folks who can apply for recreational in the city of Inkster. So the number of dispensaries will not increase. Because that was one of the issues that came up at the planning commission.
What two is operating?
Well, one is only operating right now because the building burnt down on Inkster Road. But I suspect they'll be backing up soon. We did get a letter from them, so they'll be back. They'll be opening back up as soon as they get going. Soon. Then that'll be 2, and then we have a moratorium on the 3rd license till January. So the next body will deal with that at some point. Okay. All right, we'll move on. New business.
Item A is consideration and approval of a special land use for a proposed medical marijuana multi-use facility to be located at 27181 Southern, between Southern and Weedoff and Sylvia in the M1 Light Industrial District, with the conditions noted per the recommendation of the Planning Commission. Rob Cato, on behalf of Veritas Collective, is the applicant.
Do we have a motion?
So move.
Do we have support?
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes.
Item B is consideration and approval for council to offer an end date for the existing moratorium on used car lots.
Okay. Can you put a time on it? Given the conversation we had recently?
6 months?
Go, Laura. Go harder.
3 years? 6 years? What do the council suggest? What do you suggest?
We're gonna ask you for, what's 5 years?
I would just caution the council to, when considering moratoriums, consider that there's no particular identified statute that authorizes a municipality to place a moratorium on any business. You have to typically abide, not typically, you have to abide by the zoning laws that are, enacted by the state of Michigan. But they have been upheld in court, in the Court of Appeals. I have not seen any challenges to moratoriums be extended much farther than a year. So I would just cautiously advise you not to string it out indefinitely, because you would face difficulty succeeding in a legal challenge.
That being said, we're gonna put it for a year.
Okay. Do we have a second? Support. It's been properly moved and second. Discussion.
Yeah, I have, excuse me, I didn't mean yeah. Through the mayor, I'm, through the mayor, I'm asking if at the end of these years, can we go then another year, and another year, and another year? So in essence, we could go 5 years, but we have to do it daintily.
Every year.
That's exactly
right. Okay.
You can do what you want. If you face a legal challenge, you might have to shift and go in another direction.
Okay, well, just making sure that there is recourse other than, we're just trying to keep from visiting this issue every year. But if that's what's necessary, then that's what we have to do.
Okay, great. Any other discussion?
So who's gonna keep track of that?
Clerk?
Okay.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes. Okay. Item C.
Item C is consideration and approval for Wayne County 2017 Community Development Block Grant Funds to be transferred from housing rehab to demolition in the amount of $36,000.
So moved.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Item D is consideration and approval for Wayne County 2018 Community Development Block Grant Funds to be transferred from housing rehab to demolition in the amount of $40,000.
So moved.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion.
Mr. Chair, could you explain what you explained earlier about the people who don't know about the block grant for the rehab?
Yeah, a lot of folks in our thinking community are not familiar with the requirements to receive block grant money to rehab their individual homes. So I think we're going to put together some sort of presentation that we can do at a city council meeting, as well as put on the website and run on the community access channel. So maybe more folks can take advantage of the resources that we set aside every year. The process is pretty thorough. It's a lot of paperwork, and a lot of people just don't want to go through all the paperwork for smaller amounts of money. But we will educate folks and give them the opportunity, because we do have this money set aside for that purpose. Yeah, there's something on the city website regarding block grants, but I think we'll lay it out, just make it simple so people can understand what they have to do. And then put it in the hands of all the nonprofits and organizations in the community, so maybe they can educate folks also. And maybe even give out the application so people can take a look at it and see what the requirements are. Okay. All right, anybody else? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. It passes.
And item E for tonight is consideration and approval to upgrade the Comcast channel encoder, new digital encoder, new digital studio cameras, and new microphones and speakers to, be done with the PEG funds in the amount of $71,314.09.
So move.
Support for discussion.
It's been properly moved and supported. Discussion.
I just wanted to say, to the current body and then to however it turns out in the future, just keep in mind the openness that you have when we vote on big numbers for technology, because to increase technology when we haven't changed it in decades, it costs. And when you're at home trying to watch these council meetings on the internet, whatever you're doing, you say, I can't get it, it ain't uploaded, what is Troy doing, what's the city doing? We have to take into account the technology that we have here is archaic. Even when you say I've sent the city emails, I called, I couldn't get through, all of that is technology. So I just want everybody in the audience and at home viewing to remember that when we vote on these big numbers, $60,000 and $70,000, it's because we haven't spent any of it in the past 10 plus years. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, as long as we're putting good news out, I'd like to put out the fact that this money is not coming out of the budget.
Right. This,
Okay? It's coming out of PEG funds.
we have PEG fund budget, which is separate from the general fund. That's money we receive from Comcast, AT&T, and whoever other providers we have. So they pay us every year a licensing fee to operate in the city. So this money is set aside specifically for stuff like this, technology, equipment, so we might as well take advantage of it. All right, anything else? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Passes. All right, public participation. Dr. Louise A.J.
Mayor Nolan, members of the council, members of the community of Inkster, good evening. Good evening. The reason that I have come this evening is to represent the Friends of the Leanna Hicks Public Library. We have a very beautiful structure that is coming up, and we need members of the Friends to assist us with some of the things that will need to be done. So I am here requesting membership. I do have membership forms here. If someone would like to become a friend, we have different levels of membership. $25 for a family. For children 17 and under, that would be within the family. We have adults, $20, seniors, $15, student, $10, and of course you can give a donation. Whatever you would like to do, we welcome that. In addition, I would like to let you know that the Friends of the Library has received we've been awarded a $2,000 grant, so we can try to have an archivist come in to try to archive a lot of the history over in the new library. And in case you have not been noticing, the library will be closing December 13th. There are some new library hours, which I'm not sure if they've been posted, just in case. Monday, 11 to 5, Tuesday, 12 to 6, Wednesday, 1 to 7, Thursday, 12 to 6, Friday, 1 to 6, and Saturday and Sunday, it's closed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Larry Motley.
I'm here this evening as usual, because I love my community and I represent the Southwest section of Inkster, the Southwest Block Club Association. We've been around for the last 32 years. We're a 501c3. We've done a lot in our community to maintain our community. And all of the development that's negative in our community is in the Southwest section of Inkster. We don't have anything positive in the Southwest section of the city of Inkster. North of Michigan Avenue, everybody seems to want that to grow, but in our area, in the Southwest section, or just say south of Michigan Avenue, there's nothing but destruction and what have you. And if you care about the city, the people that are voted into office are voted in to take care of the city, to care about the city, to listen to the wants and needs of the constituents of the area that they represent. But it's not respect when we don't know what's going on as citizens, because the administration does not give us a heads up. They just decide what they want to do in our community. When you began the process of committing genocide in our community with drugs, knowing that drugs, when you start off lightly, people say, oh, it's okay because it's recreational. But it's not recreational, because marijuana is a gateway drug. You end up getting hepatitis, you get AIDS, and there's a lot of diseases and things of that nature. But people don't read the research on drugs. And I just noticed that our neighboring city have just voted to opt out of the recreational marijuana area. And I know the people in Grosse Pointe, Farmington Hills, Bloomfield Hills, and the 400 cities in Michigan that opted out of the recreational marijuana. They can sleep good at night. They don't have to worry about shootings and breaking-ins and thuggery. But it seems that I guess we're the only city that's in the game, so everybody come here. But if you live in Dearborn, or you live in Wayne or Taylor or Westland, you don't have to worry that much. But when you come to Inkster, it's a hellhole. We need to rebrand our city. And the way you rebrand the city is to make it people safe. We need a first-class school system. Our children
Mr. Miley.
are not being
Your
educated.
3 minutes are up.
And we just, when I was coming here tonight, we just called a couple of youngsters and called the police because they was breaking in. And the guy had a 12-gauge shotgun, and he could have shot them. And the police said he would have been in the right. So we have to understand what's happening.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Miley. Your 3 minutes.
We need a mayor and council that represent the needs of our community.
Thank you. Thank you. Gabe Henderson.
Good evening, family. How's everybody today? Okay, I want to commend the city, you know, the wonderful event we had, Halloween for the kids. They did a wonderful job and all that. And something about Halloween, you know, I enjoyed Halloween when I was a kid and all that. Got a lot of stories about that. But anyway, because I was guaranteed I was going to get something. Christmas, sometimes I didn't get anything. So Halloween, I sure got something. Even I had 7 sisters and all that. And nightmares of Halloween was that, see, I had all them sisters and all that. They dressed me as a girl. That's the only way I really let me go trick or treat. I ain't no girl, but anyway, I have something here, you know, beautification, city cleanup. Even the night of Halloween, even the day before Halloween, you know, somebody, you know, I don't know, they just threw a big bag of trash out there, you know, right in front of the Red Complex. And that, you know, it wasn't right and all that. But, you know, some stupid person, they got their address, live in Belleville, live in Inkster, they got a post office box and all that. I'm going to give this to the code enforcement. And maybe we can try to do something about those individuals who like to come and dump, you know, on our city. I got some quite a few information and all that. Yeah, and hope they can, encourage these people. Don't be dumping our city. Don't add salt to our wounds. We trying to heal up a few things. We're trying to keep it clean and all that. And just like Timothy Williams, one thing he always say, shop, Inkster. We want business to come, and one way of getting business and all that, keep the community clean. And with the business that we do have, support them, because, people gonna come and say, hey, are the people supporting the business? And then say, okay, we gonna make something in here. It was something else I want to say. What was that? Moment. Okay, give me a few more minutes. Oh yeah, election day tomorrow, right? We've been making some positive moves in our city, doing some wonderful things. For the little money that we have, I think we've been doing. And I say the progress is going in a positive way, and the administration that we have, I think they're doing the best job. So gonna vote. If the people who don't win and all that, I know everybody promises they're gonna do this and that and all that. Promises, sometimes your promise can be fulfilled. But if you don't get in, support those who do get in. And we're gonna work as a team, and we can keep this city moving. That's all we gotta do. Love one another. And hey, y'all been doing a good job and all that. And so, and doing a good job, a real good job. Sometimes there've been mayors that have been in office for years and years and years. We had one clown to live on. No, listen to me. In Dearborn, he tried to keep, mayor, back in the day, how he was talking about keeping things clean and all that, and stuff like that. But he was in office a long time and doing some crazy stuff and all. We got a mayor that's been doing some great stuff. So we know where we got to go in that direction of, keeping the city going. But anyway, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, but anyway, we vote tomorrow, get out to vote, and, those who get in, those who don't get in, keep on support. Don't be like the fox and the grapes and all. Couldn't get the grapes, say they're sour anyway. No, don't be like that old fox that can't get away. If you couldn't get them, the great grapes are sweet. Keep it, I think they're sweet. Well, anyway, I love you, and God bless you. I always remember what Hattie McDaniel said and all that. Always try to do our best and let God do the rest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ink pen this time.
Barbara Cooper. Barbara Cooper, are you coming? I remember when you were swift, boy.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The residents of Inkster, the mayor has been picking on me. I've been moving a little slow. Yep, I'm gonna get there. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I told him it's my foot. I gotta have surgery on it. So when I disappear for a little bit, it's because of my foot. Inkster good fellows. We need help from the residents of the city of Inkster to make sure that there is no child without a Christmas. We are trying to service more children, and I'm taking it from 1 to 16. Reason being, people forget that our teenagers need help as well. And I want our teenagers to receive something, because they keep getting left out of everything. Every program stops at 12. So what happens from the 13 to the 16? Nothing. We don't have programs for them. So the good fellows want to help the parents that have teenagers with as much as we can. We need to make our teenagers feel that they're special, and they're special to us. And the only way that the good fellows can do it is with everybody's help. And we need everybody's help. Secondly, I'm a part of Inkster Citizens Who Care. We do the coats. We need help as well with that one. Our coat drive will be November the 23rd, and we need help in there. Back to the Goodfellows, applications are here at City Hall. They're at the Inkster Recreational, the Dozier. I have distributed to Thorne, Daly, Hicks, and Thomason schools. All the schools in this area received the applications. And I took some to the academies as well, trying to cover everybody and trying to do the best we can. And once again, we just need your support. Thirdly, Inkster Legends. I got tickets for those. They're $10 to help the Inkster Legends. They give out food also and clothing and stuff in December. And then they have the basketball camp in August. So I'm out here trying to help and work with everybody. I want our kids to thrive in the city of Inkster. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Dino Van.
The deadline for the Inkster Goodfellows is November the 22nd, that you have to have it in the post office box, or you can call me at 313-505-1140, pick up applications. 313-505-1140. That's for the Inkster Goodfellows. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Dino Van.
Peace, y'all. How y'all doing? Well, my name is Dino. For those that don't know me, I run a skilled trade program, skilled trade enrollment assistance program, where we put individuals from the community in and get them into the skilled trades, get them good money, get them a good career, union protected, teach them skills they need to know. We do a camp. We have a young builders camp for that age group. So for 10 to 16, we do a builders camp at the rec. All right, and then we do the regular skill trade program for 17 and up at the Inkster Rec. So we have our program at the Inkster Rec. This summer we did a young builders program. We had about 12 kids come in, participate, learn how to use the power tools, learn safety, learn layout, learn measurement. We taught them math, geometry, algebra, things like that. And then we tested them on them. We gave them good experience, things like cutting wood, putting it together, screws. Taught them a lot of skills that they go home and end up teaching their family. We also do the skill trades for the adults, also at the rec, where we bring them in, we teach them what they need to know to get into the skill trades by breaking barriers. Breaking barriers is a lot of requirements that's in the way, and a lot of us that live in predominantly black communities have more barriers that's in our way that's preventing us. So we like to, we bring them in and we get them ready. And then we give them the training they need, and then we place them into the skilled trades. We've been very successful doing this, but now our program is at the rec. And I like to point out, I always like to point out that Steep is a Inkster-based business. Our address is Inkster. So we're from Inkster, and we're back here, we're supporting our town. I have to put this on the record because I need for you guys to know what's going on. At the rec, well, the last inspection that I have here is from 2018, so I'm just going to read it real quick. We have to have improvements. We need updates. We need things done at our rec for us to be able to provide our program. We can come to the program, but we won't be able to get licensed or get certified or bring the funding that's necessary to the rec or to our city without the upgrades that's needed for the recreational center, which means we have to have a certificate of occupancy. We have to be inspection. We have to be up to code, and without it, no state facility will even honor our program being at the rec. So I'll just go down the list. For the meeting room, we have reception, countertop repair, lobby, heating and cooling vents repair, outlet covers missing, broken, rubber base repair, wall covering, ceiling tile stain, evidence of leak, inoperable exit signs, spilling paint on the walls, missing ceiling tiles in storage area, replace the painted sprinkler heads, replace painted outlets, install missing ceiling tiles in game room, peeling paint on the racquetball, emergency lighting is out, replace broken outlet covers, replace broken laminate on kitchen serving counter, open conduits and electrical wiring in kitchen, arts and crafts rooms, electrical, install missing acoustic, ceiling tower missing in lower corridor, et cetera, et cetera. Now, it may sound like it's a lot. It's really not a lot. It may be expensive, but the work isn't as hard as it may sound. We do have to, at some point, we have to do this. So I'm asking if we could work with anyone, if we could have a contact, someone that we could work directly with getting these.
Jerome. I mean, a lot of this stuff has been repaired already, but this was from 18 when they did the inspection. But you can work directly with Jerome. If you're willing to help, that's great. And we will get it repaired because we have to.
Absolutely.
Mr. Mayor, would you share a copy of that with the chair of the Parks and Recreation Committee Chair, Shirley Hankinson?
I will.
Thank
I
you.
will. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Octavius, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm so sorry. December the 6th is our paper drive, starting at 7 a.m. at the recreational complex. We need everybody to help us with our paper drive. If anybody knows anybody that wants to be out on the corner to help us raise money for our paper drive, just call me and let me know. We need all the help we can get.
What will they be doing on the corner?
They're going to be selling our papers.
Sister Cooper, is that?
And I'm trying to elicit our fire department. We already got our police department.
You said
See
solicit?
where y'all went, shame, shame, shame. Huh? Yes. On the corner.
On the corner. Soliciting.
In the middle of the street, wherever we can get it. we need all the money we can make and collect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Octavius Smith.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Inkster citizens. I'm gonna try to talk as loudly as I can. I am hoarse from all that hollering on Saturday when we did the 5K where y'all wasn't there. I had to holler by myself. Anyway, on behalf of Inkster Task Force, I did just want to come and share the winners and their times for the 5K. And we always want to make sure that you know that you are welcome to Western Wayne Family Health Center for our Monday yoga nights and our Wednesday Zumba and indoor 3-mile walk nights. So the winners for the 5K that was held at our beautiful Inkster Valley Golf Course this past Saturday. And I do still have t-shirts for all of you to purchase, so I'll be calling you. First place for the men, 31 minutes, 12 seconds for 3.1 mile was Mr. Steve Holder, and I believe he's from Starfish Family Services. First place for the women was Griselle Cruz. She came in at 31.26, and she's also from Starfish Family Services. Second place for men was Sam Shapinski, and he's from the National Kidney Foundation of Michigan. Second place for the women, Miss Sherry Locken with 32.67. And our third place winners were Jason Moore, 31.29, and for the women, Kelly Lindsay with 33.22. So again, we'd like to thank you all for your support, and I will be contacting you so you can support us by purchasing a t-shirt. And you all have a wonderful night, and let us get out and vote if we haven't done so already. Thank you.
Thank you. Aaron Sims.
Mayor and Council, I just wanted to stop in just to give an update on 4336 William Street real quick. In the process now, what we're doing now is we've been working with State Senator Betty Jean Alexander, and she's putting in a proposal to have the house completed through the state of Michigan for them to cut the check to do it. We also met with a business owner in the city of Inkster, and after November 10th, or probably about November 11th, we're going to sit down with the business owner, and he's actually going to pay for the historical land marker to be dropped at the house on William Street. And also, we were wondering about doing the street sign, the memorial street sign to have Malcolm X's name on top of William Street. I know it's been a lot of saying that Malcolm X never lived at the house, but we did our research. We have the FBI files and we have the paperwork from Local 900 when Malcolm was a UAW worker down at the Wayne Stamping Plant. So we do have all the information stating that Malcolm did actually live at 4436 William Street. So if you could just let me know the order of process of how to go by seeing if we could get his name put on top of the William Street as like a memorial or.
I think we just put it on council. It's just honorary, so we're not actually changing the name of the street. We're just adding his name to the street. So maybe at the next meeting, we can put in a request. We can vote on it next meeting. What you laughing about?
Because y'all killing me tonight.
So is there anything that Project We Hope, Dream, and Believe have to do to give to you guys for that?
Just send an
that
email
process?
into Caitlin requesting it.
Okay.
And CC Jerome, and then we'll put on the agenda.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to encourage everybody to get out and vote tomorrow. I also want to reiterate that the city clerks, myself particular, my staff, we do not count the AV ballots. We have an AV count board, which consists of the residents for the city of Inkster, and the residents also work the polls that count the ballots. I do not touch the ballots. I do not count the ballots. We have an AV count board for that, don't we, Ms. Cooper? She is the chair of my AV count board. So it is your local residents that do count the ballots, not the city clerk. Get out and vote tomorrow. So please get out and vote tomorrow if you haven't done so already. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can the clerk get the citizens know about combining 1 and
Yep.
and 2?
Also for this election, we are able to combine polling districts. So 1-1 and 1-2 are combined just to be District 1. 2-1 and 2-2 are combined just to be District 2. They're at the same polling location, but they're just combined. It saves money for the city when we do that. Thank you.
Got another question. Some citizens are asking, can they register and vote on the same day?
You can register and vote on the same day. Your driver's license needs to have your Inkster address on it, and you need to have some type of utility bill, something that's in your name with the address on it as well.
Okay, one last question. Can they bring their absentee ballot to City Hall or can they bring it to the polls?
Bring your absentee. Well, if you can go to the polls, then you shouldn't have voted AV. You know what I mean? So bring it to
I'm just the
bring it
messenger.
to City.
Okay, I'm the messenger.
Bring your absentee ballots to City Hall, please.
Okay, that's all the questions I have. Thank you. Don't kill the messenger.
All right, City Treasurer.
No comments, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mayor and Council Communication. Start with the Grand Poobah, Clarence Owen.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say, as was already stated, for all of you that's here, everybody tonight who be viewing the meeting this evening, everybody get out and vote. It's very key. Do what you got to do. Make sure you get out and vote. That's all I have.
Councilwoman Watt.
What? I don't really have anything other than to say to my colleague, I'm gonna miss you.
I'll be around.
Or maybe I'll be with you.
I'll be around.
No, and because who will I whisper to? Who giggles as much as I do? But anyway, I don't really have anything to say except I hope you all go out and vote too. Voting is your weapon, economics and voting. And the only weapons you have to secure resources for your group. Thank you.
All right, Councilwoman Mitchell.
Good evening, everyone. I had a question from a constituent that I'd like for someone to answer. The question was, can a felon get a job with the city of Inkster?
Yes.
Who said no? I didn't say that. Mrs. Walker, I did have that question, and it was legitimate, and I didn't know what to say, so I'm glad to hear yes. Okay, so now they know. Very good. Like to thank, yes, I'm sorry. I forgot something. Oh, guess what? How many of you have a Ring doorbell? We're hooked up to the police department. Hey, isn't that wonderful? So, as Chief Riley explained to me, that means that if you have registered your Ring, the Ring company has allowed the police department to have access to your video. So that's a real comfort to know that they can see what we see. Now, I got up tonight because there was somebody weird at my back door. I don't know whether they were carrying a baby basket or whether somebody was delivering me flowers or fruit. But they didn't live there and I didn't recognize them. So Ring is wonderful. So I'm very happy to hear that. I found out that they were doing it in a neighboring community and I asked Chief Riley if we could hook up like that, and he's done it for us. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank Jerome Bivens and the work he did on Kenwood. I got an email that the tree was cut and the hole was fixed. Very good. Cub Scouts are coming back to Inkster November 13th at the Rec Center from 5 to 7. If you've never experienced the scouting program, please take your child to this program. I grew up in a family of scouts. My husband was a scout and a scout leader. My son was a scout. It's very, very edifying for everyone, and your children and young people will have a great time. Thank you for coming to Slow Down Michigan Avenue. We surfaced some real interesting comments and some real good thoughts about what we can do with Michigan Avenue and economic development. So thank Adriana Jordan and Caitlin for their assistance in giving us some technicalities that we have to look out for. Thank you for all of those of you who helped me with Trunk or Treat in the rain, in the wind, but the kids had a ball, we had a ball, but we finally had to give it up because our tents were sliding all over the place. And it was cold, but it was an enjoyable experience and we just had a great time. That's all I have for tonight. Don't forget to vote tomorrow.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor? Can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
I forgot to thank those people that helped us with the eye candy convoy. And you're never supposed to forget to mention people who helped you in doing something that, you're trying to do. So I just wanted to thank you for that. And I also wanted to thank Tony Bailey and Gabe for helping clean up Annapolis and Inkster Road last Saturday. And Mr. Bivens, who provided all the stuff we needed to complete the task. And if you all are interested, you can friend ICANN and you can see the photos of the cleanup as well as our trick-or-treaters from the communities. And one more thing, if I don't want the filter, can you give me a door ring?
No. That's not an even swap. All right. He's so out of order.
Jimmy.
You're losing control, Mayor.
You lucky we love you a lot. Councilwoman Howard.
Okay, yes, there is debris, and I'm not sure if they picked it up, but at housing on, Annapolis, off of Inkster. Looks like someone was set out and they put everything out there.
Yes.
Now, is that housing supposed to clean it up, or, oh, it's a house? Okay, did you see it? Okay, because I got some calls today. Okay, also too, it's that time of the year again when the leaves are coming down, and I see a lot of leaves in the streets. And we kind of need to pick up our leaves in front of our houses if we can, help the elders if they can't do it. Jerome, do we have any street sweeping? Oh, that's done.
No, we have
Okay, because it's wet, so it's probably gonna be hard to pick up anyway because they're wet. Okay. Okay, and that's about it. Thank you. And vote for tomorrow. Thank you.
Councilman Chisholm.
First and foremost, I just want to commend the city of Inkster on how the water issue or the I guess you could say the passing out of water filters were handled. As I believe the mayor or the city treasurer stated earlier, with our situation, it's quite more different than the surrounding communities. As you all may or may not know, I do sit in the office at the state capitol. And when I got a call about a different community who was going through this issue before us and all the restrictions and only who qualified for water filters, I thought it was very, very admirable that the city of Inkster decided to give it out to all citizens who requested one, because those in the other communities, when public hysteria came about, who couldn't get one, who probably had the resources to go to the store and buy their own, we kind of just knocked that out and put that at the back of people's minds instead of the forefront, even though some people still just panic just because that's what they do. So I just wanted to give a hand to all the employees and the volunteers. I had an opportunity to volunteer myself and even bring a peace of mind to some citizens and actually explain to them what was going on, because I had to read the same document that Jerome received. I had to read it front to back too and really digest it and be able to articulate it and explain it to anybody who questioned me on the matters and anybody, who was up here who was versed on that information as well. So I just wanted to put that out there to everyone again. Also, the Halloween party, I've never seen that many kids at the rec center for a Halloween party. It was jam-packed when I pulled in. I didn't know when I pulled in. I didn't know where I was going to park, found parking, and then I came inside and I walked through and stuff, and I was like, this is just entirely too much. I saw the boogeyman, the mayor up there passing out candy, and I saw other persons, all around and everything helping out, and it was just a great, great, great time. The police department had the parking lot lit up, so, and the candy convoy that was out there as well. Also, today was the funeral of the Honorable John Conyers, our state representative, as well as other elected officials did represent the community for those of us who couldn't attend. So I just wanted to let you know about that. And finally, I just want to say thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. Today has become end of an era for me with the city. I'd like to start off by thanking each and every one of you, let you know how humble I've been for you choosing me to serve you for the last 12 years. In that 12 years, I'd like to say thank you to staff. In my first 2 years I was here, we went into a recession. The city went to a consent agreement. And I want to thank those staff people who hung in with us. We laid off a lot of people. Jerome was laid off and brought back several times. And I really commend him for sticking with us. It's been a nice journey. I appreciate every last one of you. The police department, every department has been excellent. During that time, they all took a pay cut, and they all still came in and did their job. We even took days. We went down from 5 days to 4 days, and they still came in and did their job without even flinching. So I would like for you to give the staff a round of applause. Now, I tell everybody I'm going to retire. That's not true. I will still be coming around to stand right there and give him a headache. So I'll still be here to every now and then to still, see what's going on in the city. I'm not going to desert the city like my colleagues from the past. So thank you. And continue to shop Inkster. Thank you.
Okay, I've been given some directions by Octavia Smith, who always does this to me when she forgets to say something. So she wants me to thank all of the 5K Run Walk sponsors. Let me see if I can see these small emblems. Beaumont Hospital, National Kidney Foundation, the mayor, whoever that is, Joelle Jones, April Garrett, Zetas, Operation Refuge, Starfish, SIMTA, Fort Printware, SWAP, Inkster Public Housing Commission, I believe. Some other, some seeds to feed, Midwest Recycling, Jamaican Creations, XK2 Consulting. I see some little emblem of a concrete truck. I don't know what that is. Huh? Gabbard's. Okay, that's Gabbard's. What's this pink and green thing? Okay.
Excuse me?
It had HQ on it. I didn't know what was happening. I apologize. Oh, no, I don't want to forget the Flight Club. Hold on. Yeah, that's a different picture. Western Wayne Family Health Centers, Inkster Fire Department especially, and Inkster Task Force. Oh. Inkster Valley Golf Course, yes. Thank you, Octavia. Well, y'all, this is the last meeting of this 4-year term. We've been on this journey together. A lot of stuff has happened in 4 years, some good, some bad. But we've made a lot of progress in the city. Sometimes I forget, Chisholm was at Greater Grace yesterday. Sometimes we forget the state of the city was when we took over in 2015. And we were under consent agreement. We got out of that in 6 months, negotiated our way out of that, even though we had been paying for years down to debt. We got the state to agree to let us out of that. We made history for the first time in Inkster by changing the city's charter in November of 2016. We've received $5.7 million in grant money over the last 3.5 years. Went from 18 firefighters to 28, 2 new ambulances, 1 new fire engine. We renovated 3 parks, Lamone, Westwood, Parkwood Park from the ground up. We went from 23 police officers to 29, created 5 new positions. We fixed Arcola Road, Annapolis Road. We're fixing John Daly Road, then we're gonna move on to Avondale and Harrison. People at Harrison really getting on me. We've done a lot. We've rehabbed 200 houses in the last 3 years in the stabilization program, and our property values have increased by 20% in the last 3 years. We've done a lot in a short period of time. So I just want to say thank you for entrusting me in this position, for voting to change the charter, knowing that you were going to get me as the mayor who was going to run things. Hopefully I haven't let you down. We had a $3 million surplus, but the treasurer keeps kicking me, wait till the audit. It may not be $3 million, but we have a pretty healthy surplus in our general fund, and we'll be able to meet all our obligations. Of course, we got the new recycling program, the garbage program. We've done a lot of different things. Did the football fields for our youth team. So the city is moving in the right direction. I hope it continues to move in the right direction. But I'm thankful for the 4 years that I've had. Hope to see you at these meetings in a couple weeks. Hopefully I'm sitting in the same seat, but if I'm not, I'll be supporting whoever is sitting in this seat because our city's future is dependent on it. All right, that's all I got.
Motion for adjournment.
Move supported discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, nay.